Hi, Rudy Mettia here with UDAYA.com and Warrior Tips, teaching tips. So we're going to take Utthita Parsvakonasana and just give you a couple things to look at, okay? This is my friend Jennifer, and she's going to show you the posture, and I'm going to kind of help her demo it. So let's turn the right foot out like you're doing Warrior 2. Now, there's two versions of the pose I want to look at today, and I want to differentiate between the two postures, okay? And the subtleties of them, or the energetic consequence of them, or just the feeling of them that I find interesting. So just think of Warrior 2 with your legs. You're in good shape. Right heel, left arch is pretty much what I like. So we're going to take the right hand to the inside the right foot at first. Right hand to the inside the right foot. And left arm straight up. So I'd like you to think about is, number one, once you get the footwork, strong back leg, obviously, nice externally rotated right hip, of course, sitting down in the right heel. And I like the elbow. Think of scaffolding for a building. I like to have the elbow pushes the knee to the right, and as you push the knee to the right, I like to squeeze the right hip in. And for me, as the chest opens, it's a nice stretch for the inner right groin. So the inseam of your legging, I like to make that longer by pushing the knee open, sitting down my hip like I'm sitting on a stump, and then keep extending. So that's one version of the pose. Now the Utthita version, let her come back up the second warrior. You straighten the leg for a moment. Let that lactic acid cool down. She's going to do it again, and she's going to take it to the outside of the right foot, bend the right knee, right hand to the outside of the right foot. That being said, I like Jennifer in this pose because she's so long. See the long lines? For me, if I'm in this pose with a hand on the outside, I get all crunched up a bit. So I like to be on a block. Also, if I don't want to be on the block, I can come back to the inside because I really want the integrity of the pose to be extending outward and downward secondarily. And now we'll add the Utthita part where she's going to turn the palm, externally rotate the shoulder, and from that back heel, she's going to extend and make one long straight line of energy down. And then it becomes more of a side lateral stretch. So those are the two things I want you to, come on up, sweetie. Those are the two things I want you to kind of work on. In side angle, if you're right hand down, left arm up, it's more about blossoming the chest open and pressing the hip open. And if you take it to the outside and extend it over Utthita, to me it shifts and becomes more of a side angle or more of a side lateral stretch extended. So keep that in mind. And that way when you play with the pose, you can decide which one you want to do that day and where you want to be more surgical at. You want to open the chest or you want to extend the side body. And all the hip work tends to be the same. And remember, use a block to get some elevation to make the pose bigger. Always be bigger. That's what we do at UDAYA.com. Thanks for joining us. Nice.